Welcome to learnerspanish.com. In this video, we're going to talk about the reasons every American should learn Spanish. Let's begin. If you don't already speak Spanish, you really should consider learning sooner. Whether you want to improve your job prospects, keep your mind sharp, or explore new cultures without having to rely on a translator to ask for directions, remember that learning a new language can provide countless benefits, and Spanish is the one tool that will help you achieve all of that and more. Spanish is the second most spoken language in the United States after English, and is the dominant language in many of our neighboring countries in the Western Hemisphere. It also happens to be an extremely beautiful language that is as useful as it is melodic. Here are some reasons why every American should learn Spanish. The first one, stand out in a competitive job market. Job hunting can be extremely stressful. Most of the time, you're competing for the same position with other people with similar skills and backgrounds. Understanding another language can set you apart from your competition. A rising number of employers prefer individuals who can speak Spanish fluently. If you're able to assist a Spanish-speaking client or customer in the native language, you will make for a better customer experience and lead to better reviews for you and your company. If you're one of the few bilingual employees at your job, this will set you apart and make you the go-to person to help Spanish-speaking clients. A 2013 survey of high-level managers and executives conducted by Strategy and Business found that 96% of respondents thought language skills are either very important or somewhat important for professional success in the current business environment. The next one is expand your horizons. With 392 million native speakers, Spanish is the second most commonly spoken language in the world after English. Go to your hemispheric neighbors in Latin America, which can help you through Portuguese in Brazil with your new language skills. The next one, do your job better. Doctors, lawyers, and social workers work with diverse individuals and families day in, day out, many of whom may speak Spanish. According to the U.S. Census, 12.9% of Americans speak Spanish at home. And the next reason, communicate with your children. By 2050, the U.S. will be the largest Spanish-speaking country, according to the Association of Spanish Language Academies. That means that if you have children in the next decade or so, they will likely speak the language or at least have friends who speak Spanish. Now, wouldn't you like to understand what your children and their friends are saying to one another when they're not speaking English? The next reason, work abroad. If working abroad or traveling for work is one of your career goals, learning how to speak Spanish fluently will help you get there. In an increasingly global market, being bilingual will help you speak with international clients, negotiate business deals abroad, and collaborate with experts across the globe. Watch foreign films without reading subtitles. Once you master the Spanish language, you'll be able to understand the subtitles and get the jokes in real time whenever you watch a film from Latin America or Spain. Improve your cognitive skills. Not only does learning a second language improve your brain, but it helps your mind stay sharp longer. That's right. Several studies show that being bilingual improves cognitive skills unrelated to language. Keep your brain young and healthy. Researchers at the University of Ghent in Belgium recently published a study that added to the growing evidence that bilingualism can delay the onset of Alzheimer, and it contributes to cognitive reserve and postpones the symptoms of dementia. Become a more independent person. Ever find yourself in downtown Laredo, Texas, or somewhere in Miami without an English speaker in sight? Learning to speak Spanish will help take care of that problem. Understand Spanish song lyrics. We all get songs stuck in our heads, so put that to good use and use it as a learning tool to improve your language skills. Songs get stuck in our heads because of our brains. Music activates the auditory cortex part of our brains, and when we don't know the entire song, our brains filling the missing gaps in the rhythm and repeat it over and over. Scientists call this phenomenon a cognitive itch or a brain itch, and by repeating a tune in your head, you're scratching the itch. Unfortunately, or fortunately, our brains sometimes act like a stuck iPods, unable to shuffle past the song they're stuck on to move on to something else we would rather listen to. Music allows you an insight into the Spanish culture that can't be learned from a book. You get to learn what people are singing about and therefore learn more about the culture, opinions, and activities of Spanish speakers. Make new friends. Latinos are one of the fastest growing population in the United States. Though English may be the country's most commonly spoken language, many Latinos in the USA come from Spanish-speaking households. Learning Spanish may help you get to know your neighbors and make new friends. Improve your English. Learning the Spanish can help boost your vocabulary by familiarizing you with the English words that have Latin roots. Nothing says romance like taking the time to learn how to communicate with a potential partner or significant other in their native tongue. It's relatively easy to learn. Spanish is spelled phonetically, and many of the words are similar to English. And because so many people in the US speak the Spanish fluently, you don't have to go very far to find someone with whom you can practice, or some place where you can fully immerse yourself in the language. Now, Spanish is the second most spoken language in the USA. You're bound to run into someone who speaks only Spanish in your daily life. Wouldn't it be nice if you could communicate with them? If you want to learn Spanish, in the description of this video we have the link for you to download the best course to learn Spanish currently in the market, Spanish Tornado. See you in the next video. Bye!